In this fast break with Nia Full Court Press, we're going to give a game recap of the Memphis Grizzlies versus the New Orleans Pelicans. This game was like a battle of the younger core in the NBA right now. With the Memphis Grizzlies, you had Ja Morant, Brandon Clark, Tyus Jones, Kyle Anderson, Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen. And then with the New Orleans Pelicans, you have Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball. All of these players are upcoming stars in the NBA. Now, this game did start off great for the Memphis Grizzlies. As we all know, they have a team full of young scorers. They're the pass, shoot, drive type of team. They're swinging the ball on offense. We all know they have good teamwork. They're going to find each other. They're going to pass the ball. They have great ball movement. Ja Morant, of course, did his thing. He ended the game with 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. Kyle Anderson had a great game last night with 19 points. And another thing that the Memphis Grizzlies did good in the beginning of the game is they forced those turnovers on the Pelicans. They took advantage of those turnovers and they scored on those times that the Pelicans turned over the ball. Although the Pelicans started off slow, they got their momentum and they took over the lead from the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, one player that was having a great game the entire time was Zion Williamson with 31 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Now, the thing about Zion, we see that he has been working on his scoring this season. He's become a more versatile player. Also, Zion is averaging about 30 points a game now. And we all know he's going to either bulldoze his way through those defenders or he's going to dunk over them. And he also has some help of Josh Hart, who had 27 points last night. Also with the help of Brandon Ingram, who has been one of those solid players for the Pelicans with 22 points last night. Both teams had great defense last night. Both teams were making the other team work for those shots. They were making it hard for the other teams to score. I just believe that the Pelicans defense started to reign over the Memphis Grizzlies defense. They started to cause the Memphis Grizzlies to turn over, something that the Memphis Grizzlies don't usually have problems with. But the Pelicans was forcing those turnovers. They was taking advantage of those turnovers, and they were scoring on the Memphis Grizzlies turnovers. You have two young stars leading both of these teams, Ja Morant with the Memphis Grizzlies, Zion with the New Orleans Pelicans. The thing I love about these teams is they give each other options. They have players that can score the ball. They have players that will play that defense. And another thing is that teamwork of both teams. Both teams not selfish at all. They're going to share their ball. They have great court vision. They have their great chemistry where they can feel the players around them. And I believe having those options is something that's major for the both of those teams, being able to rely on their teammates to do more than one thing on the court. Another thing that I admire about Ja Morant and Zion Williamson is they aren't afraid to take those big shots. And being leaders of teams, you can't be afraid. And that's something that they have shown multiple times. And they showed that in last night's game. The help of their teammates was big. The Memphis Grizzlies, Kyle Anderson had a big game last night. He was just hot. Dylan Brooks put up a couple of shots for the Memphis Grizzlies as well with 18 points. Now looking at the New Orleans Pelicans, we already spoke on Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart. But let's take a look at Lonzo Ball, who has been working on his shot. He kind of had a slow game, but he ended with 13 points. He was taking a couple of those threes. Also, JJ Redick had a very slow game last night. But the fact that he came back and just shot some back-to-back threes out of nowhere just shows how they have those options. And JJ Redick, we all know, can get hot at any time. And he's one of those great shooters of the NBA. Those here and there shots is what helped the New Orleans Pelicans to keep that lead consistent over the Memphis Grizzlies. And they won the game 144-113. That's all I have for you today in this fast break with Nia's Full Court Press. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nia Full Court Press. Thanks for watching.